You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day. Oh, yeah.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Bro Down Podcast. I'm Andy Smith.
And I'm Tim Fulton, and this is Dear Bros. Dear Bros is a little segment where we take some online advice column questions and we give our horrendous edition of what the answer should be. Andy is up first with what he found online. Andy, what do you got?
Actually, you're up first, sir.
I am?
Yes.
I thought you... Okay, so mine is couple is at odds over traveling independently.
Oh, okay.
Dear Abby, in the future, when I am able, I would like to travel with a mix of single and married ladies. I am in a committed relationship, and when I discussed this with my partner, we had a difference of opinion.
Wait, start over already. I need to make sure I'm hearing the first part right.
Hold on, there's a whole thing we're going to discuss immediately after.
Okay.
In the future, when I'm able, I would like to travel with a mix of single and married ladies. I'm in a committed relationship, and when I discussed this with my partner, we had a difference of opinion. She believes that happy individuals in committed relationships do not travel with other people. She believes happy couples should travel together and not independently. Is that controlling? I've traveled independently in prior committed relationships, and this has never been an issue. Should I honor her request or deny it? She is pushing me to respect this rule and says it applies to her as well because she believes, quote, females, unquote, let loose when they are away from their significant others. I get the distinct feeling that
Whoa.
yeah. I get the distinct feeling that if I travel independently, there will be an emotional price to pay, or she will do something in my absence that will change the dynamics of our relationship. Love or control. So, my first question to you.
Okay.
What is the sex of the person writing this letter?
Oh, wow. Well, didn't you say it was a guy and a female?
No. At no point does it say it's a guy. And I actually lean towards it being a woman because what guy would say, I want to travel with a mix of single and married ladies and expects that to be okay?
Single and...
Because
Oh.
that would be different. That's not just being like, I want to travel with my friends. No, it's someone saying, I want to travel with women. Just women.
That's what that I just immediately took that as some dude being confused why his significant other was like, I don't want you traveling with single women, and he was just like, I don't get it. What do you mean? Why? Now, yeah, that makes so I guess it's a guy or no, a girl writing in about her husband not wanting her to go out traveling with single women, and
no. It's two women. Whoever wrote this is married to a woman.
Oh.
No, it's either a dude and a woman or two lesbians.
Okay, I can see. Yeah, that last part makes more sense when whoever said that the significant other was like, girls let loose when they're out by themselves with other single women, and that's when I was originally reading this, I was taking it as the guy. It was a guy writing in, and his wife or his significant other was telling him, all this stuff. And that's when I was like, all right, she had all these good points until the very end when she started saying those things, because then that sounded almost like a threat. Yeah. Like, if you go out, I'm going to do stuff because you're not here, as well as you might be doing stuff too. Almost like a threat kind of a thing or whatever. But so it's either two women or a woman writing in.
It's either two women or a guy writing in about his wife.
But it can't be a woman writing in about her husband.
Correct.
It can't be that.
It cannot, because the person explicitly says she believes that happy individuals blah 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 blah. So we know that's what
I thought it was a guy.
So yeah, exactly. So the significant other is a wife. We know that.
Okay.
That's why I know it's probably sexist to think this way, but the whole dynamic changes if the person writing in is a woman or a man. Am I wrong to think that?
You're not really wrong. It changes it a little bit not in like principle or whatever, but like I guess relationship wise, it does. I guess it does change it. I don't know.
Well, the first sentence is what gets me. In the future, when I'm able, I would like to travel with a mix of single and married ladies. I feel like if that was a lesbian, that's still not super atypical because women are friends with women.
Yeah.
Guys can be friends with women, but not to the point where
Well,
just
it also does the thing where it's like if it is lesbians, like it doesn't necessarily mean she's traveling with only other lesbians. Otherwise, it's just you're hanging out with your buddies.
yeah,
You know, it's not like all those single women are just going to automatically turn into lesbians because they're going out with a girl who's a lesbian.
exactly. So
All right, so let's do this. Let's see how much it matters by giving the advice of both if it's a guy or if
okay.
it's a girl. So what's your advice if it's a guy writing in?
Ooh. If it's a guy writing in, see, it's the first sentence that gets me. If it's a guy writing in, I would say you are in the right. Be prepared for some backlash, or invite your significant other. If they can't go, go anyway. But don't focus in on the I want to travel with women aspect.
Yeah, that's what's confused. Like, if here's the thing is that if it is a guy and he's saying these things now, he's trying to be honest,
That's fair.
right?
That's very fair.
He's trying to extend a thing saying, hey, listen, like, just so you know, I want to be able to do this stuff when I'm older. So if that's a problem, maybe we shouldn't continue this relationship. In which case, it makes me think either he's a very free thinker or he's basically not doing anything malicious. He just likes to have different kinds of company or whatever.
That's possible too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be completely innocent.
So taking it as that, you know, he's basically trying to be honest. And then I was basically like with the other, like the significant other being like, listen, like I could see where that becomes a kind of an issue with the trusting and all that. Why do you want to do that? But that part at the end where they were like, hey, single women get, you know, how did they word it?
Uh because she believes females let loose when they are away from their significant others.
Yeah. So that tells me that either they don't trust you or that means that she's doing stuff when she goes out by herself.
Yeah.
So those are two red flags right there.
That is a giant red flag. Does that mean she can't go anywhere by herself? Otherwise, she's just immediately going to start cheating?
Yeah, and like it's like people are allowed to let loose. I mean, technically you're allowed to do whatever you want. If you want to cheat on your husband, then cheat on your husband. Doesn't mean that you're going to get a fucking gold star for it. You know what I mean? Like it's not a good thing to do. But, you know, that to me sounds more like kind of like a threat or like a holding on to somebody too tightly because this guy or girl is trying to be honest and the other person's basically kind of giving ultimatums.
Yeah.
So maybe that relationship's just not going to work.
That's slowly what I'm thinking too. All right.
Yeah.
How about it's a woman? What do you think if it's a woman?
All right. If it's a woman, let me think about this before I put my foot in my mouth. Okay. If it's a woman, it makes more sense in the first part, meaning like she probably has a lot of girlfriends.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
And it makes more sense for her to want to travel with single and married women and just not want to constantly be around other married women, whether her friends are just the type to like complain about their husband or whatever the hell it is. She just wants to travel with whoever she wants to travel with that are her friends. It makes more sense when you're like if a guy wants to go on a guy's trip as opposed to a guy wanting to go on a girl's trip with single girls. So that part makes more sense. The part that makes less sense is the second part now, because if the girl is saying it to another girl, like girls let loose when they're out, it's like you're telling somebody of the same sex what they do. Like it's not like a girl telling a guy like, hey, just so you know, like girls are dogs when their guy's not around. It's like a girl telling another girl and it's like, yeah, I'm a girl. Like you're not telling me shit I don't know. Like I'm of the same sex as you are.
But does that make it a threat or does that make it like a concern? Like instead of like if you leave, girls play around, is it more of like a I'm gonna play around or is it more of a I'm afraid that you're gonna play around?
I think it's more of a controlling thing.
Either way, I still think that's hugely like fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that they probably, I don't know how long they've been in a relationship, but this probably should have came out a little earlier.
You know, I did make one mistake. Nowhere does it say that they're married. It just says committed relationship.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Still,
like if
still.
it should have probably came out earlier, like that
Yeah.
kind of a thing. Like, hey, just so you know, I like to go on trips sometimes with my single friends. But yeah, this seems like it's like oh yeah, people have different ways of doing things, but this seems like it's one of those different things that's going to be a big deal for them.
Yeah, I agree. I wholly agree with you on this.
Yeah, I don't if they can't figure this out like within one or two conversations, then pull the ripcord and just don't make any more bad memories.
All right, you want to hear what Abs has to say?
Yeah, let's hear from the Abs.
Dear love, there are already issues that will change the dynamics of your relationship. Your partner's insecurity and need to control, and your need for some freedom. Unless you are laying down rules for her to follow as she is trying to do for you, step back and take a second look at this relationship. Healthy people who love each other want their partner to be happy and fulfilled whether they are together or apart. This takes trust, self-confidence, and courage. Rather than the wind beneath your wings, it appears your partner may be more of an anchor. Yeah.
Abs went double tap to the fucking head.
Abs did not wake up on the right side of the bed this morning.
Dude, did we get that one right?
I think we did.
Did we actually like give good advice?
I think we did.
I think we might have, right?
I think we might have. I sincerely didn't read that before we did this either. So
I definitely couldn't have read it.
Yeah. Dude. We get a point. We get a gold star.
It's like 1 to 15. Hey, right? It's like the Little Giants. It's just that one time. That's all we need.
We're
all right.
Proven.
Any other thoughts on this one?
No. Go lesbians. Okay, your turn.
Okay. So, mine is Cat Dad. You see why I picked it?
I see.
So, I want you to just pay attention to all aspects of this and just think for a second until you answer. But here goes.
Okay.
Dear Abby, my husband loves our cat too much. He buys, quote, Miss Kitty, special treats, pets her, talks nicely to her, plants quick kisses on the top of her head, and lets her sit on his lap while he watches TV for hours. It's like I'm non-existent. I wish he would be like that nice. I wish he would be that nice to me. He is a good provider, and when we are away from the house, I have his full attention. I'm resenting this queen of ours at home. What should I do? I'd like to take her back to the animal shelter. It was my sorry idea to adopt her. Signed in second place.
Whoa.
So let me ask you a question. What is your initial thought on the overall feeling of the person writing this?
That they need genuine therapy. That's not. That might come across as mean.
No, this is exactly where I stand, I think.
Yeah, but if you are so insecure that a man giving attention to a cat is giving you this much grief, you have a lot more to work out. This is not going to be solved with one letter to Dear Abby.
You second my opinion, sir. I might as well let you just carry this on out.
First off, it ain't the cat's fault.
No. So
Damn.
let's go over this now. Okay. So oh wow, I just rocked the entire studio here. So I hope this didn't mess anything up. But anyway, so in reading this, let's dissect this. So he buys Miss Kitty. She puts it in quotations, I guess, like she's an asshole cat. Special treats. Is that, let's go over if it's rare or not rare behavior for an animal owner. Is it rare behavior to buy an animal cookies or treats?
No, that's not rare at all.
Okay.
That's very typical.
Is it rare or unusual to pet them?
No, that's almost like a solid between a quarter to a 50% of the reason you get a pet.
It's you probably have issues if you don't pet them.
Yeah,
Talk nicely to your pet.
you would be arrested if you didn't.
Yeah. All right. Plants quick kisses on the top of her head.
That's adorable.
That's it. It's pretty goddamn adorable. And lets her sit on his lap while he watches TV for hours.
First off, not only is that normal, if you throw a cat, if they try to sit on your lap, they will scratch you.
Yeah.
So,
You're kind of being held hostage.
yes.
So my concern here is that right after that, she took away her only thing, which was, okay, maybe this guy just doesn't want anything to do with her. But he said, or she said, he's a good provider, and when we're away from the house, I have his full attention. Meaning, I'm basically the queen of outside the house, and it's not that. And she's saying that she's resenting this cat so much that she wants to take her back to the animal shelter that she adopted her from.
Okay. The animal lover in me would freak out if that actually happened. Can you imagine going back to an animal shelter and they're like, "Oh, why don't you want her?" And you're just like, "My husband takes too good of care of her."
Yeah. Yeah.
So fuck this bitch. Well, not bitch.
Not only that, all I'm thinking is this, like, okay, you're jealous of a cat that you got your husband. He didn't go out and be like, I need a distraction from this bitch. Like, you got him the cat. And then he likes the cat. It sounds like it's a recently new cat because it says, like, I'm sorry I adopted her.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing, like, maybe under a year, 6 months. And either your self-esteem or whatever is so low that you hate this cat. And all I'm saying is, like, take a look at yourself, and if he's not giving you attention when the cat's around, try to be more like the cat.
You know what? The cat probably didn't ask for permission to sit in his lap.
Yeah, the cat probably didn't give him shit for liking a cat too much.
Yeah. You know what? There could have been a completely different way of looking at this. She could have said, "Wow, what a great man that is, that like kind and caring and blah 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 blah." But no, instead of, she got all jealous over a cat. It's a cat.
I don't understand being jealous over animals, dude. I really don't.
I agree with you on this one. I don't get it.
Unless it's something like ridiculous, like something that like you have to alter your entire life to do to appease an animal or something weird. I can't even really think of an example.
If she and the cat were both dangling from a ledge and he only had time to save one and he saved the cat first, then I would give her credit.
Yeah.
Then I would say, all right, fair.
She's not helping her chances right now, Tim.
Well, no, now I hope he chooses the cat.
Yeah.
I hope he returns her to the goddamn place.
Yeah. This is a little ridiculous.
You made me angry. I'm legitimately mad
right now. I don't understand people that get jealous of animals. I think that it's like a special quality to like animals to the point where, like, you don't look at them as like second class citizens to a certain extent. Now, I'm not talking about like people that use their animal to get likes on social media or something like that. I'm talking about, like, you don't treat them like a house rug.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, you want the best for your
cat. Yeah, not the annoying level where it's just like always talking about him. Just like you just one of the crew. So you want to hear what Abby has to say?
I'm actually really curious about this. Go for it.
You might not like it.
Oh.
You might not like it. All right, dear second place. My first suggestion is to find reasons to spend more time with your husband away from the house. The second would be to adopt a dog. And if you do, make sure you are the one who feeds it and walks it, unless your husband has such an affinity for pets that adopting another one isn't worth the risk. Abby kicks dogs in her spare time, I bet. I bet you Abby is a animal hater.
So normally when we disagree, I give Abby props and say, all right, we were wrong on this one, but in this, I feel
You
like Abby
can't.
did not hit the core problem.
No.
Either he does not like her, the woman, or she's super insecure. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
It's not the cat's problem. It's not the fact that they're home with the cat. It's something else going on. She either needs therapy or they need to talk. What the? This could have been solved with talk it out with your husband. Like, I don't get it.
She
I don't.
seems too unstable to have that talk. And I honestly think that my gut feeling is that Abby's kind of pandering to her a little bit.
It's weird because we saw the one like a week or two ago where she was like, "Nah, you're crazy."
Yeah, she did like double tap, like the last one.
Yeah, but like every now and then she just like panders.
I think she hates dogs, bro, or hates cats.
She does.
So the thing is like the main thing about this is not talking to him. It's you're doing like a subversion of like, all right, he spends too much time and you get jealous of the cat in the house. Well, then don't let him spend so much time with the cat. Don't let him do what he likes doing. Get him away from that. And then go full dark 30 and go full spec ops and get a dog. Get a dog and then try to battle that with try to make him jealous of you and the dog. But only do that if he's not an affinitive animal lover, because then it might backfire and then you might be doubly being ignored. Like, what?
It's like a middle schoolers playing a game, except they have resources and money.
Yeah, exactly. I think Abby got left for somebody leaving her for a dog or a cat.
Abby's like 13-year-old niece took the computer on this one.
Yeah, I'm usually like, I totally get her side. This one I can't Abby. I don't see your point here.
This is weird. This one is very weird.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my dear Abs. That's my dear bro. Any other thoughts on that, Tim?
Woman, maybe she does need a dog, but for a completely different reason than what Abby suggests.
She's gonna need a dog when her husband leaves her for that cat. I'll tell you that. Oh.
All right. Any thoughts that you have left?
No, man. Those were actually pretty good.
Yeah, I like those. All right, guys. Let us know what you thought about these crazy shenanigans in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the little bell notification so you get all of our updates. And last but not least, don't forget to brodownpro.com, where we have all the cool Bro Down Pro gear. And we will catch you guys next time.
Later, bitches.
You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day.